do it. Let's go, Lumi. Okay, let's see what we got here. Holiday love reading coming on up. Spirits, angels, and guides, ascended masters, loved ones, teachers, positive ancestors. Give me the over energy here as it relates to my collective and love. What do they need to know about holiday love? Damn. Okay. So I feel for many of you, there is someone you're connected to. Could be a Taurus, could also be an Aquarius, okay? But there is a new cycle here that feels like that is beginning in your love life. So this could be a new cycle, like beginning a new cycle, like higher level of commitment. This could be a new cycle, like finally being able to move to the next level. So maybe this is a proposal for some of you, right? Higher level of commitment or even just furthering your relationship. But I'm strongly channeling that there is a traditional commitment here that's being made. And it also feels like at this time or over the holidays, there's going to be spending a lot of time with friends and family, okay? Tell me the current state of this relationship at this time. What do we need to know about it? Hi, Liam. Okay, so for some of you, you've been feeling like some of you have been waiting on movement for some time, waiting on progress, waiting on things to move to the next level, feeling like this has maybe been a painstaking process for some, okay? For some of you, you've been sensing like this was maybe never going to come, or some of you were maybe worried that there were never going to be movements here or progress, but it does feel like although you are a little bit anxious about this, you have been trying to keep your heart open. You've been trying to keep your heart open. You've been trying to allow yourself to think optimistically. Because it does feel like at times, because you were hurt about the lack of movement, you might have closed up to this person or put your guard up. And it feels like that was done from self-preservation, self-protection. Feels like you have been worried at certain points that this person maybe didn't have your best interests at heart, or maybe that this is somebody that you needed to guard yourself towards. So what you did is you took a step back, you put boundaries in place, and you did so in order to protect yourself from getting hurt. Hi, Shannon. What do we need to know about this person? How do they see my collective at this time? This is somebody who might be recognizing the fact that they do have to show up in a different way, or that they have to prove to you that they can take action, or that they can create progress. This is somebody who sees you being confused about their ability to make things happen. Because for some time, it feels like they have been pushing you away, or like, again, like not receiving the love that you were trying to offer them. It's like this person, no matter how much you try to love this person, no matter how much you try to give your love to this person, it feels like it was either they made you feel like it was never enough, or that this isn't what they wanted, or it's just they just didn't have the capacity to get excited about it. I feel like this is somebody who might have even like pretended that they were uninterested, or even like shown interest in other people to prove a point. So this is definitely an energy that for some time has been emotionally pushing you away. And I feel like emotionally pushing you away to the degree where you were confused whether this person was even interested or invested. Dang. What are this person's intentions towards my collective at this time? So this is somebody who wants to be brave enough to be able to manifest a future chapter here with you, a future cycle here with you. This is somebody who doesn't want you to give up, does not want you to give up in this relationship. And they're hoping that you can see that they're doing things differently, specifically over the holidays. They're hoping you'll see that this is a very different approach, that this is a very different way of existing within this connection, that they are actually taking action for the first time, but doing so from a place of actually wanting there to be movement, actually wanting you to have confidence in their ability to create movement. Dang, this feels like a very different energy. Look at this. Hierophant, the World card, and the Star, like brand new cycles here incoming. Brand new cycles coming in, and like traditional commitment. This, for some of you, you might even be spending time with this person and their family over the holidays. So they're spending time with your family. Because I do see that this is somebody who has been thinking about the fact that the two of you seem to be somewhat shut out of each other's lives right now. I like this energy. Tell me a little bit more about what my collective thinks about this person. What are they thinking about them for this time? Okay, you think... You think that they have a lot to work on, okay? You think they have a lot to work on. Again, you love this person. I actually feel like you're more frustrated with this person than they are with you. I feel like you're looking at this person like they're holding back, like they're not communicating a lot, or they're not saying much. They could be inconsistent with communication. You feel like this is somebody as well who could be like easily spiteful, or even sometimes say hurtful things, or say things just to be able to push you away. It shows that this is somebody who in the past as well has been very guarded to you. Very guarded to you. Dang. Okay, what is the connected energy here? See, for the first time, I do see that the universe is wanting there to be a truthful exchanging of energy. I feel for a while you were not telling this person that it was bothering you, that they weren't receiving the love that you were offering. I feel like you were just so insistent on wanting them to receive this love that you were having a difficult time speaking up or being honest about the fact that this is something that was hurtful to you, that you felt like they were emotionally rejecting you or pushing you away. And I feel instead of speaking this to them, instead of telling them the truth, you were internalizing all of this. And you internalizing all of this caused you to feel like your emotions were going back and forth. And it feels like the emotions going back and forth is something that was very painful for some time. Dang. Okay. What do we need to know? What's going to change after the holidays for this collective? There is new growth. I feel for most of you, this is someone you're still connected to. You're in communication with. So if you're in full no contact with your person, haven't talked to them for years, this is not your reading. This is somebody that you do have limited communication with, somebody that you do have on again, off again cycles with, and somebody that does also show up as having a place in your life. It just feels like that place is undefined. It feels like you haven't fully had a definition or a full commitment for this relationship. And it shows that this is also somebody who up until this time has been kind of getting away with that or feeling like they could get away with that. Damn. Okay, so what does commitment look like for next year in this relationship? Okay, so moving slowly forward together, okay? I do see a conversation happening here in which the two of you will discuss what you desire, what you're wanting for this relationship, what you stand for, what your values are, what's important to you. And I feel for some time you were holding back. You were holding back because you felt like you had to just play small with this person or say as little as possible to keep them interested or keep them connected. And it shows that that's actually something that prevented this person from feeling your whole heart. So that's a message for some of you who have been holding back. Don't just share with somebody how much you love them or how much you care about them and all the good things and the pleasantries and the niceties. Share all that you experience, the full emotional spectrum, the love, the pain, the frustration. Like that's the full experience of your emotions. And somebody should be able to receive all of that from you. And that's actually something that is a blessing for them to receive. So for some of you, you're only sharing with them so much. And I feel like this person felt like you were holding things back from them. This person felt like you were being either secretive or you weren't being fully transparent. And it's because you weren't. It's because you were holding back from this person. And it feels like that's why, to some degree, this person wasn't being fully transparent with you. What are the next steps here for this relationship moving forward? So this relationship is destined. This is a destined soul connection. For most of you, you already feel this. You feel like this is the person you're supposed to be with. But the blockage up until this time has been that there hasn't been growth. That's the frustration. You could see it clearly, plain as day, that this is somebody who you felt a stronger connection beyond anything you had experienced and that they felt the same. You could see how you could be together in a perfect world. You could see how you could work so effortlessly together. But you also feel like this is somebody who wasn't allowing the relationship to grow or wasn't encouraging progress. So regardless of how you felt about this person, whether it felt destined or not, it feels like up until recently, you might have been almost ready to walk away. Just because you had to do what was right or what made sense. Because there wasn't work being put in to be able to move towards that destined path. Destiny is not guaranteed. Destiny isn't guaranteed. That's what you've realized. You can have a destined soul connection that feels more powerful and profound than anything you've experienced on this earthly realm. And if the two of you are not feeding into it, if you're not allowing that inspiration to fuel you independently and collectively, then destiny will not take form. That's the issue here. And I see that for some time, this is somebody who is fighting against the destined purpose of this connection. And you got sick of being the only one that was leaning into it. So I see that there are shifts here that are taking place because there are no more blockages around growth. There is expansion here. There are new areas to discover together. Woo! I like this energy. Can I get some advice here for this collective in dealing with this connection? What do they need to do? Okay. So for many of you, I feel like you've done everything you can do. I truly do. Look at this though. Emperor, 10 of Cups. This is somebody who sees everything with you. This is somebody who sees their entire world with you. And I feel for some time, there were some fears and doubts on your side that were preventing you from sharing all of that with them or again, being fully transparent with them. And I feel that you also suppressed some of the discomfort you had around the fact that you weren't moving forward. And I feel even telling this person that it's been painful, that you haven't been able to achieve this destiny, is part of opening up their heart. Truthfully. It'll help this person open up their heart to know how much it means to you, that you're not being able to experience this expansion together. Both of you feel that the two of you are meant to be together. And I do see that this is somebody who's also been frustrated with himself as well. And I see that this is someone as well who realizes that they're the ones who have to take action at this time. It's them who has to take ownership. That you've put in enough effort at this time. So the advice for this collective is let this person come to you. Let this person work with you. Let this person collaborate with you, communicate with you. I feel for most of you, you don't need to do anything more than what you've done, okay? But you also don't need to live in fear. Final advice here for this collective for 2025. What do we need to know? See, it's easy when you let each other in, but we don't live in a world in which things are easy, right? Because of ego and because of hurt and wounds and traumatic experiences and past lives. So for many of you, you've been experiencing a wounded version of this person, somebody who is afraid of true intimacy, somebody who felt like they could not compassionately identify who was good for them and who would hurt them. And it showed that this is somebody who shut everyone out. But you are leading this person towards opening their heart. And they are doing the same for you, because most of you before this person, you had never truly opened your heart to anyone. You may say that you're the person that finds it easy to express yourself emotionally. But as we've seen in this collective, for most of you, you just find it easier to understand other people's emotions or to be able to create or hold space for other people's emotions. But when it comes to your own emotions, up until this time, you have not expressed them freely. You have not been led by your heart to the degree in which maybe you thought you had. And I see for most of you, you have been led towards opening your heart fully by this energy. This is somebody who has allowed you to confront the fear of intimacy that you once held. And now that they've given you that gift through their sheer energetic presence, through the mirror that they've been for you, you are gifting them the same. You are leading them towards this path of opening their heart in the most beautiful and harmonious way, in which the two of your hearts can finally be open together in unison. In unison. And this will be easy. To love is easy. Love is so much easier than pain. Truthfully, love is so much easier than staying in the ego. When you are wounded, sometimes you don't see it that way. But you will both find in the future that love will become easier. For most of you, it's been so difficult up until this time because you've both been pushing so hard to block this love. And for you, maybe subconsciously or undoubtedly, you've been creating this. You have been subconsciously blocking this love because there was a part of you that felt like you were unworthy of it, or that there was some type of fear around it. And I see that you've removed those blocks. So moving forward, this relationship feels effortless. The energy flows. And it's because as well, for most of you, you're not trying to control this person. You're not trying to dictate their next action. For some of you, another confirmation is that you used to get a lot of readings on this person. You used to try to figure out what they were doing or what their next steps were, or what their actions would be. And I feel like now you're realizing that you don't need as much of that insight because those confirmations are coming from within. You're sensing, or if you are getting guidance, it's like those are just confirming intuition that you already have around this person. So the message at this time for this collective is to move forward from a place of peace, knowing that you've done everything you can do, and be of service to both yourself and others in this connection. This connection is about so much more than romantic love. That's a very specific message. So much more than romantic love. There is deep romance here. There's such a capacity to love. But romantic love is the cherry on top of the sundae. The sundae is that depth of compassion. Truly seeing someone else on the path. Do you know how rare it is to have a true soul connection on this journey? Do you know how unique it is to be able to connect with somebody and feel that very special presence? Like there's this awareness that you have this deep meaning and purpose that is shared with just the two of you. That no one else will ever able to be that catalyst for you as they are for you. And no one else will ever present you the energy in the way that they present it to you. That is very special and that is very unique. And for most of you, it's about really valuing and cherishing that. And not focusing so much on the romantic aspect of the journey. Growing old together is the goal. Expanding and evolving together is the goal. Being present in the love wherever you are is the goal. That's where you are right now. Being present in this love and accepting it for what it is. Not desiring something based on an egoistic need for someone to see you. See your damn self. That's a tough message. That's one I had to learn. But once you learn that, once you see yourself, once you love yourself, once you value yourself, once you have that sense of self-worth, you don't depend on someone else to validate you. You don't require somebody else to subsidize what you don't have internally. Okay? This is a connection that is very powerful and very profound, but it's not one that needs to give you something that you don't already have. And I feel right now it's about accepting this for what it is. accepting this for what it is. Having humility will help further this relationship. Being of service to yourself and this person will help further this relationship. Because it's not about getting what you need. It's about moving the connection forward. Being in that state of impartiality. Seeing the bigger picture. Okay? So at this time, surrender to what if and flow with the energy instead of fighting against it. When we can't change a situation, it's best to just compassionately accept it, allow that to bring us a sense of peace, open our heart even more readily. You notice when you feed into resistance, when there's something that's evading you, when you're not receiving what you desire, it actually closes up your heart. Compassionately accepting something will help open up our heart. So at this time, compassionately accepting the state of this connection, allowing this person to come forward, because I do see them coming forward. But work on that aspect of low self-esteem or that aspect of not acknowledging your worth that's preventing you seeing this relationship for what it is, and that is personalizing this person's actions through this lens of making you feel as if you don't deserve love, or you don't deserve success, or you don't deserve abundance. At this time, the more in alignment you are with this awareness of your worth, the less the movement and progress in this connection will be something that feels like this nagging doubt or this nagging sense of disappointment. Okay? Final advice. You are powerful. Final advice here moving forward. Okay, many of you know exactly what is to come in this relationship. Okay, we're getting the same message here, which is often a confirmation, a strong confirmation that we're on the right path. So Spirit wants you to know that yes, you are right about how this person feels and about the purpose of this connection. So if you've been asking that lately, am I right about what this connection is or where we're leading? Am I on the right track? In my heart, can I trust that intuitive knowing, that gut instinct, that this is my person, that this is the person I'm supposed to spend my life with? You can know at this time that this is your message and know that gut instinct has not steered you wrong. Okay? But it's important to have that state of an awareness, that conscious awareness, and be yielding, not rigid, right? Hold on to that truth in your heart from a place of fluidity. Don't hold on to that truth and be like, but we're supposed to be together. But why aren't we moving forward? But what are the next steps? Keep that truth in your heart. Allow it to be free-flowing, anthropomorphic. Allow it to be this living, breathing entity, this truth that you can hold in your heart. Have a softness around that state of knowing. Not a hardness, not a rigidity, not an irreversibility. And once you have a softness around this inner knowing, that allows this person to come forward. That creates space for this person to come forward. Now is the time to be still with your own energy and not act. For some of you, you've been giving away your power by taking too much action, trying to gain reassurance, trying to gain some type of validation, when all of the validation you need is within. All of the validation you need is within. So all that you are desiring is coming to you, whether that's in this relationship, whether that's in your career, whether that's in your finances. All that you desire, it's on its way to you. And it feels like the universe is almost wanting you to just stay in the state of trust and just ground yourself and anchor yourself in that trust in order to call in all that you've been wanting, all that you've been desiring. But you have to be patient enough to allow the universe to deliver. Okay? So as we move forward in 2025, this is your soul's path. This connection is evolving and winding as it's meant to. I see actions here being taken on this person's side that are going to allow this relationship to be a success. But just as we surrender to be yielding and not rigid in terms of being right, we do so in allowing them to have a success. It feels like it's important for this person to also be able to claim this success, for this person to also be able to claim this victory of taking action towards you and doing so with intention, doing so with confidence. That is a beautiful act of self-love. That declaration of who they are, what they desire, what they want. Let them own that. Let them own that. That is powerful. That's profound. And that is for them. As you being able to declare and share and express your truth to them is for you. That is for them. So allow there to be space, hold space, and be compassionate for you both to experience the success in this relationship that you're both desiring and deserving. Damn, I felt that one. I hope that message was helpful for my collective, sending so much love, positive energy, and abundance. If you enjoyed that collective message,